Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, everybody. Today we're making another winter-themed soap. I've got my oils all prepped, and now we're going to add the lye water and mix it up. I'm really looking forward to using the scent for today. It smells like pure Christmas heaven. And now that we've got that all mixed up, we're going to add our fragrance. So today we're using Christmas Forest from Brambleberry, and this one smells like you're walking through a Christmas tree lot. So I have already measured out the exact amount of fragrance I want to use. Brambleberry has this really cool fragrance calculator. So you type in what fragrance oil or essential oil you want to be using, and then it recommends, based on your batch size, how much fragrance you should use if you want it to be light, medium, or strongly scented. So I am using the strong scent, of course. I want it to be really, really fragranced because I always enjoy that in a bar. I either want it to be unscented, like a facial soap, or super fragranced. I'll give this a little bit of a stick blend, and then we'll divide some of it off into our accent colors. So for our main color here, we're going to be using Mad Mica's Enchanted Forest. And this is a really beautiful green. See how it has just a hint of sparkle in it as well? And then our accent color is going to be white, and we'll do that with titanium dioxide. Okie dokes, we've got all of our green and our white ready to go, and for this soap we're doing an in the pot swirl, so that means I'm going to add the accent color back to the original bowl in 4 different portions, and then whenever we pour this into our mold, those colors will beautifully swirl together. There we go, get one more portion in there. Looks like I've got some left, so I'll do it in the middle. Alrighty. You know, I'll leave just the teeny bit of white that's left in here. I'll accent the top of the soap with that. Alright, let's do just a teeny bit of a swoosh in the bowl, and that's it. So we'll go ahead and bring in our mold, and we're just going to pour this baby right on in there. Just going to scrape out all the soapy goodness. I am loving the smell. Whenever I was little, we used to always go and pick out a real live Christmas tree from the Christmas tree lot. I remember one year we actually went to, not even a Christmas tree lot, we went to a farm, and my dad sawed it down. It was so much fun. I think he wore shorts too. He's impenetrable to cold. That was so much fun. And then at the Christmas tree farm, they would always have, you know, hot chocolate, and then you could get wreaths as well. And we usually would bring our dog too. So it was a whole family affair. I'd love to get a real Christmas tree again. And I have noticed that as I grow up and become an adult, it is a lot easier to have a fake Christmas tree. So thank you, Mom and Dad, for all those amazing memories with the real trees. Hey, honey, would you mind getting me a rubber spatula? Thank you. Thanks, baby cakes. Just want to get every single drop of soapy goodness out here. This soap is kind of inspired by nature. I know, it's not really my forte. I'm not what one would call a nature person, but I appreciate the smells when it comes to Christmas. Alright, I'm going to give this guy a little tap onto the table. And now let's add that little bit of white that I saved. We'll add this right on top. So this is a little bit more of a minimalist style soap. I do have some decorations for the top, but normally I add all kinds of embeds on the inside as well, and I kind of wanted to do one that was just a little bit more subdued. It's good to have options, you know? But boy, the smell packs a punch, so there ain't nothing subdued about that. So these are those embeds I was telling you about that I've prepped for this soap. So we have some soapy pine cones as well as some winter berries. So we'll set those to the side because first I'm going to swirl the top of the soap with my bamboo skewer. So I'm going to try and not overdo this. In the past, whenever I've swirled things, I notice that I do it too much and then it kind of loses the whole effect. We'll just do one more. Because I like seeing the swirl on top and I like seeing the two different colors. And the more you do it, the more you just, lose that. So I am going to tell myself to stop right there. That ought to do it. And I'll just tidy up these edges a smidge. Okay, there we go. Now let's decorate the top, shall we? There's one pine cone for each slice. So I'll try to place these very precisely. I want to push them down enough so that they're securely attached to the bar, but not so much that you lose the detail. It's a fine line. So these soapy embeds, I made a batch of brown soap and I actually poured it into a cookie sheet lined with cling wrap and let it cure for about a day, and then broke off little pieces of the soap, and it was still slightly tacky, moldable, kind of like the consistency of Play-Doh. And I played around with that and was able to make little pine cones from those shapes. I remember when I was little, my mom used to get me Model Magic. I used to love that stuff. It was kind of like Play-Doh, but you leave it out and it turns solid, so you can keep your creations. I loved playing with Model Magic, so it definitely reminded me of those days. And then I painted the tips of these pine cones with a little bit of Snowflake Sparkle Mica from Brambleberry, just to kind of give them a frosted look. This is a very wintry soap, so might as well have it on a snowy day. I am liking this look. And the last little guy, he's gonna live right here. Okay, hopefully that's not too hard to cut. And now for our berries. So I have some bigger ones and some smaller ones. And I'll just kind of see what appears to be looking cute. It's tricky to get them placed just right, so I'm probably going to fast forward the video so that you see it perfectly done. Let's see if I can do a little movie magic. Magic! What do you guys think? I'm super excited about this soap. Look at all that detail and the pine cones, little winter berries, the swirls of the green and white. I think I'm gonna like this soap. So we are going to let her have a good night's sleep, and we'll see her bright and early tomorrow. And here she is. Oh, I am just loving the soap. First of all, smells amazing. And then I'm really excited by the potential for swirls I see on the outside of the bar. So let's go ahead and slice her up and see what it looks like on the inside. I think I'll do it from the side, actually, so I have a smaller chance of hurting those pine cones. And let's take a look. Oh my gosh, I love it. Those swirls are so beautiful. And each bar is, of course, super different from the next. And then we have the cute little pine cones and berries on top. This one is so, like, rustic chic. Let's look at another one, just to show you how different they all are. Ooh, it's even got, like, layers in the swirls. Oh, yes. That is so cute. Okay, one more. Let's look at this one. Oh, yes, dreamy. Love it. Dreaming of a pine Christmas. It does have a really piney smell. I'll have to use that word maybe in the name. I'm still not 100% certain on what we shall name this soap. I'll ask the creative genius, the husband. I couldn't resist. I had to look at one more. Oh my gosh. It's so pretty. If only you could smell it too. I just love it. This was a super successful soap in my book. So we're going to clean up the edges just a little bit, and then this soap will sit for 6 weeks. It will cure, let all that extra water evaporate out of it, and by that time it'll be a really hard bar, which is great because then you get more uses out of it. And then these will go up in our Etsy store. Happy winter, Merry Christmas, super excited, and thanks so much for soaping with me today. See you next time.